Nigeria Info.
Nigeria Info.
This is 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 Nigeria Info. This is Nigeria Info.
Deborah Ohamara. Just in case you want to join us on our socials, make good to join us on Twitter at Nigeria Info ABJ, on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Abuja, on Facebook at Nigeria Info Abuja, and YouTube at Nigeria Info Abuja. So we are streaming live on these platforms. Okay, yes. And when it is time to get your calls, I would be glad you call me on 0700 951 0000. Or you call 080 959 74869. Okay? Or you send in messages via WhatsApp to 080 999 30137. Yes, let's talk. So on today's edition of Electable Ideas, that's the sunny side version, we'll be looking at the greeneries. Yes. So just look around you. How green is the area you are standing on? Just like you heard the song singing, the land is green, right? Do you know that there is a certain thing that happens to your mind when you see a place green? It just shows you productivity. It shows you beauty. It shows you, it gives you this welcoming feeling. Oh, you're welcome. Come and stay. But when a place is dry, you just feel like, no. I have to run. We have to go. Now, how clean is the environment where you are at right now? What exactly do you think attracts you to the various countries that you travel to? Do you know it is the degree of cleanliness and the greenery around? Now, you see, in most countries where the trees planted are fake because of the kind of soil they have, they're not able to grow plants well, there's this welcoming atmosphere. you have around you. You even see the fake trees, yet it feels like home. Now, how homely is your home? Right? So, based on a statistic, it is said that Mozambique is about the greenest country in the world, with hydropower accounting for the vast majority of its installed capacity at approximately 81%, with the remainder being made up of solar and gas. And you'll be asking me this afternoon, why should we be talking about greenery? Yes, we are grappling with the issue of insecurity, the issue of fuel queues and the rest. But do you know that if the environment you are standing on is green enough and clean enough, it will bring you some level of calm? So while we converse, I'll be telling you what the greeneries and the flowers around, if well taken care of, if well trained and tended to, would bring you some form of sanity. Okay? Now, green spaces would be associated with a large number of health benefits, including to lower premature mortality. It gives you longer life expectancy because you have a reason to stay alive. Yes, some people just smile by the way a flower is blossoming. It just makes you smile. You have a reason to smile. Now, you end up realizing that you have fewer mental health problems when the environment is green. You have less cardiovascular disease, better cognitive functioning in children and the elderly, and even healthier babies. Now, it is worthy of note that when you get to a school environment that you should enroll your child to or into, you should observe things as minute as how much grass is growing on the field, how many flowers they have planted around. Well, easily, put, the plants around, the grasses around would encourage the degree of quality oxygen, the beautiful air, the fresh air that your children will be breathing. Right? Aside the fact that, yes, when these greeneries are there, you just have this peace around you. It increases health. The health level. It brings about this welcoming feeling that, everyone should have to feel at home. Okay? And I would want to point out another thing. It has to do with the fact that we are trying to check the whole climate change issue, trying to check erosion and the rest, but our various activities of tree felling and our indiscriminate use of whatever herbs we see without replanting them would make us lose the various special species that can only be found in our country and not elsewhere. Yes, we are proud to have rich soil in Nigeria, but how much do we do to ensure that we keep these places clean, especially during the dry season? You go to beautiful areas and you realize that most of the grasses around, okay, take for instance the Millennium Park. Take for instance the stadium area. I'm just picking out the easy areas that you could go to and realize that not much attention is given to this, beautiful terrain that we have in the FCT to give this welcoming, embracing feeling that everybody should be having when walking into a federal capital.
Is Nigeria Info?
So do you think, as we are considering electable ideas, the issue of greeneries, the issue of the environment, should be concentrated upon? Is it something to be relegated to the background? Now, another question would be, is it going to be fully the responsibility of the government to ensure that the environment is clean, grasses are planted, and they are watered? Now, if you think it is going to be or should be the responsibility of the government, would you be suggesting that gardeners be employed? And when we say gardeners, not just any kind of gardener. We employ people who have passion for these plants. There are ants that could kill things, yeah? You get somebody who doesn't care about this plants, these grasses, these flowers, and voila, they kill them all up. So you get people who have passion for it, you pay them well. I think the pay package will also encourage the degree of passion that they will come with to plant these flowers and water them. Would you also, as part of the electable ideas, suggest that we begin to have orchards? Do we have flower gardens in the FCT? Now, we are not only concentrating our conversations on what should be done in the FCT, but what should be replicated in every part of the nation. I believe with this put in place, it would help us reduce some degree of disaster, erosion, and a whole lot of issues that we have been struggling with as a people in the nation. There is no human being that will come to a place that is clean and will intentionally drop dirt there, except the person has problems. So, the office where you work in, how green is the area? So, what we have a dam in the FCT. How much is the water from the dam utilized? What is it used for? Should there not be a connection, more like an irrigation or pipes here and there, to link to various points whereby the streets, the roads, the major roads, the sideways, should there be no trees planted around? So I missed the period when Donald Duke was governor in Calabar. I beg your pardon, in Cross River State. That's the capital city is Calabar. You walk the streets, you feel this level of joy. You feel like you're in paradise. Will that not be possible? So should whoever would become president be concentrating also on the issue of environment? You know how you just feel like, the house is boring. You need to go somewhere, and you will find a place to sit under a tree and you enjoy the breeze from the shade of the tree. Once upon a time, when I was in Kano State growing up, we had this dogon yarrow trees lined up in major roads, and you see people with no fear of kidnappers, with no fear of terrorism, with no fear of anything, just lying there, and you have taps everywhere. So, as part of electable ideas, do you think the government should solely concentrate on the issue of environment and greeneries, or should we as individuals be made or compelled to ensure that in your frontage, in your compound or around your compound, you compulsorily plant flowers, you compulsorily plant grasses? Now, homeowners are expected to dedicate 30% of their land space to trees and flowers under the law. Have you perused that part of the Constitution? So, have you been failing, or have you been adding to the beauty and aesthetic of the country Nigeria? Talk to me. 0700 I beg your pardon, 700, 951 0000. Let's talk. Hello. Good afternoon to you. Electable ideas.
Hello. Good afternoon, David Loshi.
You're welcome.
My name is Salas.
Good to have you
when
here.
You are talking about the green, or most especially about these electable ideas, I say yes, it's a good thing. But do we have the water to water all these trees? Some people are looking for water to drink. In my house, I plant a lot of trees. I plant showershok, I plant black pear, I plant green pear. In fact, sometimes I always tell my daughter that please be watering these pears. Or sometimes I don't even have water. I don't even have light to pump the bowl in order to water them. So have you been to this Unity Fountain? Have you seen how that place has been? So these are the things. Yes, we need this green. We're talking of environment. We need all these things. But where are the resources of maintaining all these things? Nobody has that. What do you think about?
All right. Well, it is actually good to point out the fact that the resources are not there. But I personally believe that where there is the will, there surely will be a way. So we have plenty water wasting in Abuja and even elsewhere. So if we complain about Abuja, what about other states where they have rivers? They can be bold to boast about rivers and streams and the rest. Can that not be put to good use? I just mentioned the fact that we have the dam. Can it be further dredged or enlarged so that more water would get in and we use it nicely? Also, one secret we do not know about maintaining our greeneries and doing more of the planting rather than the German floor we have here and there. German floor would not be encouraged at all. It just helps. It saves lazy people who will not want to tend to grasses around. But you know what? That German floor, that other, what's it called now? It's pardon me. It looks like tiles that people do. It's so beautiful. People tile the environment without knowing that you are increasing the degree of heat that we have in our land. So, resources, I doubt that would be the issue. I think the problem we may be having as a people here is intentionality. If you want your house to be beautiful, you will make it beautiful. You will plant flowers. Okay. Now, ask me why people who are in hospitals tend to get flowers changed for them. So you are at your bedside, you see a nurse come change your flowers for you, though upon request in Nigeria, not many pay attention to such detail. But do you know these flowers and plants add to life, add to your healing? So can we pay attention to that and not complain about how much money we have or not have? Because, truth be told, there is a lot of money wasted on things and issues that should not be mentioned in our country. Let's talk. Electable ideas.
Electable ideas.
Yeah. You're welcome.
This your idea is multi-billion dollars idea.
Thank you.
We tap into it, it will create employment opportunities. It will create revenues. It will promote tourism with a thriving music industry, entertainment industry, film shooting. It will encourage us to have clean streets, clean environment, beautiful landscape. Ohamara Dam passed through Gwagwalada. And when you go outside the Gwagwalada outskirts, you will see some beautiful flowers on the water, springing on the water. They are not found on the homes. We are not tapping into the water resources. And Abuja has a fertile land. If you go outskirts of Abuja, Chicken Daddy, you see a very beautiful landscape with the ecosystem, singing birds, and I love those environments. Sometimes if I find myself in such area, I will be to myself, do recitation internally, enjoy myself. It helps to tinkle the imagination of how heaven
will look like.
We make it to Alidana.
Thank you so much. And you just brought another idea to it. Yes. I tell you, so we can make heaven on earth, let's say a miniature heaven on earth, by ensuring that we make our environments beautiful. So I see Karata and his men, that's the FCTA task force team, right, going around town and pursuing bike men who come to the road to stand. And I think that if trees are planted in those bare places around, or let's say by the road corners, or flowers, or grasses, would have less people coming to stand there. They will just enjoy the view. They know that if they trample upon this grass, they will die. Now, I'm just imagining young, beautiful, cute young guys employed. We have agriculturists in banks. We have agriculturists in various places that they would not be too useful. They are specialists when it comes to handling plants. Can they be employed and paid at least 100K? Yeah, I said it. To tend to plants, to tend to these grasses, they would honorably do it. They wear overalls with their trimming scissors, and they get it right for us. We have a beautiful place. Filmmakers will not need to travel long distances to shoot their movies because we have beautiful locations in and around our areas. Don't you think? Electable ideas. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear. Let's talk.
My name is
Oh, I didn't hear your name.
My name is Hussein from Karimo.
Welcome, sir.
It's a very nice one, you know. This is the kind of idea that we need. We not only make the environment to be good, but we also take jobs.
Okay, I'm sorry I have to let you go. The quality of your call is poor. Call me back, I beg you. Hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Thanks for joining me. Let's talk.
Ibrahim, I'm calling from Cuba.
You're welcome.
Yeah, as a grown-up child, I play football on different terrains, rocky, sandy, but nothing equates to play football on the well-watered and mown grass lawn. So for every Saturday now, I don't miss my early Saturday morning football on a decently grassed and watered and trimmed Port Harcourt plus Bermuda grass lawn. It adds to wellness, to your self-esteem. Even the aroma, it increases your wellness. The aroma. And for the people mentioning that it got to do with money, it is more. See, I take charge of a football pitch that has that is close to an area of 5,000 square meter.
Yes,
it got more to do with your willpower. Willpower for you to, in fact, when the sprinklers are working, you decide to below.
Exactly.
So it got more to do with willpower than the money. It's not the money. Is nickel and dime.
True. I agree with you. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you. I have to let you go, so I'll pick another call here, okay? Let's take this one. Hello. Aloha. Oh, call me back then. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon, Debbie.
Good afternoon to you.
God bless you. This is Joseph Sam from Airport Road.
Okay.
Yeah, this green idea you brought up is a good one. It brought, I cast my mind back to my days in the university. It's like most of our federal universities, it's like they are not part of this country. It's like they are not part of this Nigeria because, for instance, look at Ahmad environment in Ahmadu Bello University. That is not my university though. Very beautiful. And my university, Obafemi Awolowo University, where I graduated from. Debbie, I'm a writer. I write poems and I appreciate nature.
Yeah.
Most of my poems are about nature, the expanse of the sky, the green, the trees, the birds, nature generally. Most time some of my friends will just stroll out into the green area. We sit down under the trees. The seats are there already, concrete seats. They are prepared there. They put them there. We will go there and relax before, that is the interval between two classes. We just go there, we relax our mind, we relax our brain, we gist. It adds to our awareness.
All right.
It adds
Thank
to awareness.
you.
It's not all about money. It
True.
adds to awareness as well. Thank you very much.
I appreciate you, my brother. Thank you so much. Hello. Oh, turn down the volume on that radio, please. Hello.
Auntie Debbie, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Okay, let's talk. We need to run for some commercials. Let's talk.
Okay, justice of peace. Auntie Debbie,
Sir?
you see, what the issue you brought is a very important one at this time. And whoever that is coming into power.
Oh.
Okay.
When you think of fruit juice,